for a Ghanaian, so one researcher wrote that it is very difficult for an African to move within Africa than an European coming to move within Africa. The original borders, the white man sat in Berlin to draw the borders for us, has placed impediments in our way.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss.
Welcome to Kinsight TV. The program is Money Mindset and Psychology. We are discussing a series of topics before independence, during independence, and after independence. So, what the colonial masters did to Africa during independence. So, we have looked at the development in terms of the economy, education, infrastructures, and other things. And we have seen that still Africa is underdeveloped. And today we have met again, and we are coming to talk about another topic within the same topic that we are discussing. And this one, we are going to look how can Africa what can Africa do to accelerate development? Because we all know that Africa is far behind in terms of development. Once again, let me introduce my guest. He's a person of Mr. Abubakar Mohammed, and then a PhD student. He's into research and then economics and a financial analyst. So in case you need somebody to do justice to your data, you can get in touch with him. My brother, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, my brother. I'm very happy, especially with your introduction. What can Africa do to accelerate development?
Yeah.
You see, when we talk about development, it's not a one-day thing. It happens step by step, and it takes a lot of time. And if you could remember, we talked about how the white man brought colonization, put on their own measures to develop this place and their place too. So after independence, we grew, but we had our own challenges too. So over time, from then till now, you can't say we haven't grown. We've grown over time, but to what extent? If you say we've grown, yes, we have grown, but everybody knows what we could have done better. Right now, even if you go to your hometown, where you come from, where it was maybe 20 years ago, it's not like that now.
It's not like that, yeah.
There have been some improvement. But even the improvement, when you look at it, you think that, we could have done better than this.
Exactly.
So that's what you want to talk about today, that what can we put in place to speed up the development? To speed it up. What can all African, maybe later we can talk about Ghana alone. But in the whole of Africa, if you could see, another time I talked about what research points out that has caused the slow development of Africa. The slow development of Africa is something the scholars describe as a policy driven. It's not like someone did it to us or it was nature. We are born to suffer on this continent. But it's we ourselves that have put in some measures that is not making us grow. So we need to find those measures. make them work better, throw the
Mm-hmm.
ones we don't want, implement better ones, and then make the continent run again. Now,
Okay.
the first point of call is regional integration and continental trade.
Okay.
The first thing I want to talk about is regional integration and continental trade. What do I mean by that? If you look at Europe, France and England have over 4 centuries history of trade amongst them.
Mm-hmm.
France and Germany have over 5 centuries history of trade amongst them.
Okay.
Now in Africa, what is going on? There is no big sea inside the mainland Africa, but rather somebody lives in Ghana and he has never seen Ivory Coast before.
Yeah, it's true.
It is difficult for a Ghanaian. So one researcher wrote that it is very difficult for an African to move within Africa than an European
Mm-hmm.
coming to move within Africa.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone with an European passport comes to Africa and can go to every country with ease. But me, a Ghanaian with a Ghanaian passport, I might decide
It
to
will
go
be
to Cameroon
difficult.
or South Africa or some other country. It's very difficult. Why? Why? So we just first have to put in measures to implement trade amongst ourselves. That's why we have to start from. And talking about this,
But
you could see that
I think we have I think before you move on, I think we have African Trade Union that the
we
head
have the
office is in Accra or
African
something like that.
Trade Agreement, which is a recent phenomenon. It came just
But
recently.
it's just a skeleton or what? It's not working.
It's something, no, yeah, for now, it hasn't taken full effect.
Ah, okay, okay.
But yeah, it's an attempt to address the problem I talked about.
Okay.
Now, at some point in time, there was a vision for the Trans-African highway line, a highway
Mm-hmm.
from Cairo to Cape Town that will pass through Namibia, Windhoek, passing through all the African coastal lines from
Okay.
Cairo down to Cape Town and back. And there was the Trans-African Railway Line too. It's a big project,
Mm-hmm.
so they have to make it for every country to do this. Do from your border to the border, then another country continues. I'm sure if you are in Germany right now, you want to go to Holland or Poland, you just board train or bus and you are gone
Oh, bus, yeah, it's easy.
easily. But in Africa,
Yeah.
you and I know the difficulty. At some point in time when I was growing up, even Ivory Coast was catching Ghanaians and deporting them. Ivory Coast.
Yeah, it's true, it's true.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, like I said, we need to put conscious effort. So at some point, so that was the brainchild behind OAU,
Okay.
Organization of African Unity. You understand? And that was behind
Mm-hmm.
how we created ECOWAS, the regional blocks. At least West Africa, let's
Yeah.
deal with ourselves. South Africa, they should deal with themselves. East Africa, they have their own too, so that they can the trade and agreements can grow. So at a
Yeah.
point, even out in West Africa, we decided to use common currency. It started way back in the 2000s. And still now, it hasn't materialized.
The currency is there, but
Echo, we said we are
due to the echo, due to the influence from outside, it has become
it's not
paper.
happening. It's not happening. So you can talk about the outside influence, but for me, I think it's us. We if we want to do it, we can do it.
Okay.
It's the will. If you are willing to do it, nobody from outside will stop you from doing something to improve yourself. You understand? Now, you see, the problem of the regional breakdown is that before colonization, Africa didn't know countries. It was small, small
Mm-hmm.
kingdoms along, and the kingdoms were had their way of dealing with themselves. Before the white man came, people from Ghana here were going as far as Mali to bring
Yeah.
kauru, cow feet, and cow skin to Ghana to sell.
Yeah.
So the trade it was there already. Now the regional borders, the white man sat in Berlin to draw the borders for us, has placed impediments in our way
Mm-hmm.
to grow. Why? Now I'm in Ghana. I want to go to next week. I want to go to Benin. The Benin is just two countries away from me. One country is between me and Benin.
Yeah.
They don't spend my currency. I need to find their currency. Two, they don't even speak my language. I speak English, they speak French.
Yeah.
So how do we communicate? How to pray that I'm lucky enough to find someone
Who can speak English?
who can speak English and help me. You understand? So those are the problems. Ghana, as an English speaking country, has all three countries around it speaking French. We can't deal with them. If I go to Burkina right now, I have to go two countries on my left to what do you call it, Nigeria, before I can speak English with
Nigeria.
someone. So that has been the problem. So we need to put in measures to blur the lines, make it easier for Africans to live in Africa and to trade amongst ourselves. There was no lines before the white man came, and those lines must vanish. If we say we are done with colonization, then the lines must vanish.
So that means you agree with people who are fighting for African borderless.
Borderless Africa, yes. Borderless Africa must
Okay.
happen. Africa need one Supreme Court, one currency, borderless. That's what's going to help us. This land is so big and so blessed that if people are interested in developing this place, it won't be a problem at all.
Yeah.
So, having talked about the regional integration one, then let's talk about infrastructure.
Okay.
If if we are more interested in developing Africa, then we need to start investing in African infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
What am I talking about in infrastructure? Road networks, communication networks. It's sad to know that aside South Africa, yes, South Africa and maybe some two or three African countries, there is very few African countries, especially sub-Saharan African countries, that has more than 70 to 80% internet connectivity.
Yeah.
There are people in some African countries, if they want to do a video discussion like what I'm doing with you right now, they need to travel a distance and go to a particular place. Electricity, clean water. If we want to grow, then we need to start looking at building infrastructure, road networks.
Okay.
African countries, most countries are not accessible. There are countries where you can't drive in a straight line for more than 2 hours or 3 hours. The moment you leave the
Hmm.
capital,
That's it.
the moment you leave the capital,
That's it.
that's it. Aside the capital towns, which is a bit improved, and some even are struggling, even in their capital towns,
And that,
with roads,
yeah,
with internet connections, with electricity. But these things drive growth, drive business. What kind of growth are we talking about? We are talking about where people can interact, do business,
yeah,
earn money, and improve their standard of living. That's growth. People can interact, do business, earn money, and improve their standard of living.
yeah,
That's growth. So access to electricity. Electricity improves your efficiency on every work you are doing. It moves you from manual to automation. When internet comes, you connect easily with your buyers and sellers and your what do you call it, your raw material suppliers. You
hmm,
do things with efficiency. Mobile money payments, that's digital infrastructure. If I want to pay you money, I don't have to come to you to give you the money in your hand, right?
yeah,
I can just push it to wherever you are, and that's it. You have it. Mm. It shouldn't be a situation where you have to call me. Who are you giving the money to? I'm giving it to this one. Go and meet him. Because the African terrain
yeah,
makes it makes trade and risk of trade higher. People risk trade because in Africa, sometimes you can drive in a bush like 2 hours before you meet the next town where human beings are.
hmm,
And whenever you have the distance between towns and those things being longer, one, it increases robberies
hmm,
because the bushes become hideouts for uh, what they call criminals, right? And
yeah,
rebels. Two, it makes business expensive. It makes doing business expensive because things maybe you can go to the next town within 5 minutes and sell. Now you have to travel like 1 hour, 2 hours to another town to
1 hour.
sell. Big time, it consumes your time. Two, the transportation cost. Okay. So if that's the case, then it means that we need to improve connectivity with good roads, with security services. You understand?
Hmm.
With yeah, good roads, electricity, with good transport system. That's what I was looking for. Good transport system. Why do I have to sit in a bus like 8 hours, 6 hours before I get to Kumasi from Accra? When it's a distance that can be done in 2 hours. People are doing it in less than one
In
hour
two
in another
hours.
country, in China, 250 kilometers. In 1 hour, they are there. Why? Why can't I do it?
like as you said, from here, normally I go to Amsterdam by bus,
Mhm.
and just New Year I visited one of my cousins in Denmark. From Hamburg to Denmark is about 2.5 hours.
Mhm.
I was there with with a bus. The road is good, so man,
That's the
it's
advantage
what you are saying
Europe has over.
is in,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah,
European advantage over Africa. Europe is
over
well connected.
Africa. Yeah,
The other time I was
I
telling
I
you
have.
there's a conference in Europe. If I happen to be there,
Mhm.
it doesn't mind whether I'm in Portugal or Italy. I will come to wherever you are. I told you.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But you see,
I'll be expecting you here.
Africans, we've not put in the strategies to make doing business easier. Europe didn't do
Mhm.
that because they want you to travel. They are doing it so
Yeah,
that businesses can run efficiently and make
can run
profit
efficiently.
so that government can tax them well.
Yeah,
It's not magic. If you do it well, you can tax them well. If imagine the other day we are having a business forum and I was asking people that how many Ghanaian businesses have branches outside Ghana?
outside Ghana.
And it's happening in almost every country. We should have Ivorian businesses with branches in Ghana
Yeah,
and Ghanaian businesses with branches in Togo or Ivory Coast. But currently we don't have it. South African businesses that are coming, unless you earn so much, it's becoming difficult. But we are all Africans.
yeah,
And when they come, they are coming to employ your people. But can you imagine it is easier for the Westerner to establish business here? The Chinese are establishing business here with ease. The Americans are establishing businesses here with ease. They have a branch in America, a branch in Ghana, a branch in China,
yeah.
a branch in Ghana. But there are no Ugandan businesses that have a branch in Kenya. Why? So these are the things Africa as a whole need to start discussing.
Yeah,
Now to
what you
my
are
next,
saying is true.
yeah.
Because there are some supermarkets here like Little Adi. You can find it almost all the European countries. Wherever you go, you can find same
Little and
shops
ugly.
there. Adi, Little Adi, Media
Yeah.
Mart. Yeah,
Mhm. So Europe focused on Europe as Europe. So even if you can do an Africa wide thing, why can't do an African bloc thing? West Africa,
mhm.
Ghanaian businesses owning branches in Gambia or whatever. You understand? It should be easier to do that. A Ghanaian business going to Ivory Coast, going to Liberia. Now, my next point, investment in human capital.
Okay.
Human capital investment. The human capital investment aspect is so huge that it is what drives innovation and quality of your population. What when you say human capital investment, what am I talking about? Education, health,
Education.
education and health. It seems we have accepted that we are low class and we are staying low class, such that even if we are sick to some level, we have to come to the West to seek medical attention.
Attention, yeah.
Meanwhile, there's medicine here. So how are we investing in medicine here? That we don't have to. You see, Education. Let me start from education. Education prepares the
Okay.
mind. Education prepares the mind. Between me and you, we all know where we are from, and through education,
Yeah,
where we have been to. We are talking today because of education.
that's true.
So, education is so key for development that it should be the central fulcrum of almost everything. What kind of education are we giving people? Training, expression, education and training to the extent that everybody become economically active. You see, when the people are well educated, even if they are housewives, even if they are housewives and they are not working, a well educated housewife is better than the uneducated housewife. Even if they are housewife sitting at home doing nothing, waiting for the husband to go to work and come, a well educated housewife is better than the non educated
Yeah.
housewife. They can read and write and follow basic infrastructures without instructions, without supervision. And that is what we are talking about. A well educated population drives development. It is easily, and people put their minds to work, bring out innovations to drive the economy forward. Now, the health part.
Mm-hmm.
If you invest in healthcare, of course, a weak mind cannot be educated. So, even no matter how you want to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
educated, no matter how you want to be educated, you want to stay healthy before. A healthy population prepares you for development. Imagine half of your population are sick. You can't develop.
you can develop. Yeah.
So that's why you need to invest in healthcare, both curative, preventive healthcare. When the sickness comes, how are we curing it? And what are we putting in place so that the sickness that carry doesn't come at all?
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's both sides. That's why I said both curative healthcare and preventive healthcare. You know, as we grow, you see that even there are some people, the moment they start learning and they realize even the importance of keeping a good diet, healthy lifestyle, importance of even taking a walk in the evening. You see some before. People that are not educated will not see the importance of maybe going for a 1 hour walk in a day to keep to sweat before you sleep or before you go to work.
Yeah.
An educated mind knows that you need to keep his health too. The trick is that if you become educated, okay, the more you are educated, the value of your time goes up. Okay, because the wage, expected wage goes up. And you yourself, you can't afford. You see that if you get sick and you stay at home, the amount of money you are losing, you don't want to get sick.
Mm-hmm.
So you do a lot, stay fit, and keep earning money. Imagine
You
you are a
know,
carpenter. You've learned carpentry.
okay.
You know how to do modernized tables and chairs. The thing people start bringing orders and you charge them high amount and they pay. Then you start thinking, hey, if I get sick and I don't come to work, I'll be losing all this money.
All this money.
So you won't allow yourself to get sick.
Mm-hmm.
You start eating well. You start going away from some lifestyle, putting up some lifestyle changes to help you stay fit. You were saying something.
Yeah. In my first master's, I did a course, the one I did at Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
There was a course, this course, social development.
Mm-hmm.
And that course were calculated for life expectancy. And when you look at the life expectancy of Europe as compared to Africa, Europe is 85, Africa 65. And that's because you mentioned healthcare. And that is where the healthcare comes in. But when you look at the factors that are letting Africans die earlier, is because of the environment and poor healthcare that we have. Because when it comes to lifestyle, just yesterday I was having a discussion with a Nigerian friend, and he asked me, "Senior, these people, the way they smoke and the cigarette, it's there that smoke is harmful to your health. Back home, people are dying because of smoking cigarettes, but here they smoke and they don't die early." And the simple answer I gave is that the environment here is clean, it's not contaminated, and they also have good healthcare. But when it
The
comes
healthcare
back
system takes
home,
care of them.
yeah, our environment contaminated with malaria,
Even dust.
dust,
Dust enters
typhoid.
your, yes, typhoid.
Yeah, typhoid. So all those things are certain things that as an African we need to take
Start
critical
taking
look
out,
at
yes.
when it comes to healthcare on side.
So imagine if we had good roads, and I'm here from here going to Globo or going to Sampa, I don't have to pass through a dusty road.
A dusty road.
Even help my, you understand? That's why I first talked about infrastructure. If the good roads are there, good education will come, because even if the road is not good, you can build school and teachers will not go there.
Yeah.
If roads are not there, you build hospitals and nurses will refuse to go there. Just yesterday, our health minister, even today, our president delivered the State of the Nation address. And he's begging doctors and nurses to accept posting to the rural areas. Why are they not going there?
Because of the poor roads and
let me put it this
way. No electricity.
When it comes to poverty alleviation or poverty reduction, we have reduced poverty, at least from 2000 coming. Our poverty reduction story and economic growth story has been very good. But we can do more. We can't say it's been very good. It's been impressive, but not too good. We can do better and eliminate those dusty roads and make everywhere accessible and improve business, doing business. So people don't want to go to a particular place because of the road. Isha took me to a farm place to go do research, and I have to cross about 5 different rivers before I go to a particular town. Why?
Yeah.
When they can be bridges can be constructed to make the place accessible. So I ask them, how do you people go to school? How do you people go to hospital? When a woman is about to deliver, how do you take her to hospital?
How do you take?
You cross all these rivers. All right. So the last point I want to talk about.
One of the project, is it IFPRI or I forgot the project, and this lady, is it Dinah? She was, is it Dinah or so? She was our supervisor. And you know her, but I think I'm not getting the name. Is it Dinah or I forgot the name? You know her. And she's also a product of UJ. So we got to Yeji and we wanted to take the ferry to Salaga, the other side. And it is set up Ben, or one of them said that no, he's afraid of the.
He's afraid of the water.
The water, so he will go through by road and meet us
at the other side.
The other side. So
look at that.
It's not easy. So if we look at this, you can see that things.
And if you look at that water problem, if the government is very serious, they can construct a very good bridge over it.
Yeah.
But they don't want to do it.
as I told you, I visited a cousin at Denmark in the city is it Veno, yeah.
Mhm.
A bridge crossing the sea.
They are
It's
doing
not
it.
like a lake, it's sea.
Yes, yes,
My brother, you'll be amazed.
yes, yes. You'll be amazed. You look at it and say, why Africa? Why?
Why?
Mhm. So the last thing I want to talk
We
is
have everything there.
yes, yes. So the other thing I want to talk about is the modernization of agriculture.
Okay.
We need to modernize agriculture because every sub-Saharan African countries, almost every country on the African continent is engaged in agriculture,
Mm-hmm.
in some form of agriculture, either fishing, fisheries, animal rearing, growing of crops. But I think we've ignored that sector. We stayed using the mechanical tools, the rudimentary tools, the hoes and the cutlasses, which are not
Essential farming.
modernized. But when you go to the US and advanced economies where less than 10% are engaged in agriculture, they're able to produce so
Yeah.
much to feed the entire country. Why? Because they implement the modern technologies. Modern technologies. I don't know if you see some of the technologies there. Recently, I was doing a project, a research we are doing here, and even irrigation technologies, some of our farmers, they have no idea. Apart from
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's a river around the area and they can bring some into their farm, they don't know how to even mechanize their own irrigation with a
Yeah.
borehole or something. But we've had a ministry in agriculture, a ministry for agric in this country for God knows how long. So what do they do? What do those ministries do? What are we doing to improve agriculture, to make it very modernized? That we don't have to. Ghana as a country is going to Burkina to import tomatoes. Why?
Tomatoes and onions.
Why? Africa don't need, when it comes to food, Africa don't need aid.
Yeah. Yeah.
This continent can produce so much food. The onus lies on us to modernize ourselves, employ the most modern form of research to help us. So, in conclusion, if I'm permitted to conclude, I
Yeah.
mentioned four major points: regional integration, as I mentioned, infrastructure, as I mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
investment in human capital, and modernization of agriculture. Of course, there are others which we can talk about. We can talk about governance reform. We can talk about innovation and technology. But if we get these
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
right,
We will talk. We will talk about this. We'll do part 2 of this topic
okay,
because there are a lot of stuff that we need to talk about.
yeah,
As you are comparing to the Western where they have about 4 months to do farming
yes, summer.
during summer
The
period. Yeah,
winter, the
it's
winter
about
is so
four
brutal that you can't plant
winter.
anything.
Yep, because of the snow. But
Yeah,
yeah, they can feed the whole
themselves.
population
Mm,
of Europe.
mhm. Because
And we
they've
have
employed modernized agriculture. They
yeah,
employ modern research. They put in
we
the
have
right
12
measures
months to
to make it
ourselves.
easy. You see, what I've learned throughout my years of research is that even in Ghana, we don't lack food here. But the fact is,
Yeah,
there's so much post-harvest losses that some people cultivate or they cut down their plantain somewhere behind Gosu. And it's there. The road is not good. They can't even get
the
to the
road is
major
not
town.
good. The road network.
So there will be a lot of plantain in Ghana, and plantain will be there will be a
Yeah,
shortage of plantain in Accra.
exactly.
It's, how? There are farmers in this which have a lot of food, but they can't bring it into the market centers. Why? So there should be a mechanism. We
Yeah,
need to be smart in our thinking.
Yeah, there's
Right.
like there's a lot like there's you the work that we were doing when
Yeah.
you are passing when you use Jinjini to
Yes.
Circle Road, there's a
Yes.
town there. They cultivate a lot of tomatoes.
Yes.
So during the this project the Dr. Adamba's project,
Is it free?
the one that they do every four, if is it free every
Uh,
4 years.
you.
The one that I was supervisor that Amo passed away on.
Amon passed away.
So
Is it you?
yeah,
The you project.
yeah, I think Euro project. The one I was a supervisor on that project.
Yeah.
We passed through that community, my brother. There was a lot of tomatoes by the roadside rotting.
Oh, look at that.
Roadside rotting. Yet people will just travel from Ghana to Burkina to go and bring tomatoes. Meanwhile, we have some there that are just rotting like that.
Yeah.
So it's a pity, but
It's a very serious thing, but
yeah. That's
let's
why
see.
we are
Let's see that.
discussing this.
Yes. That's why we have these discussions. At least we hope some of the people that matters watch and they can also
watch
share.
so that we can learn something from it, so that we will develop our lovely continent, because Africa needs to be great again.
Yes. Yeah, we must be great again. That one there. We have no option than to be great again.
To be great again.
All right. Thank you very much for the time, my brother.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother. So if this is the first time you are watching us, this Kinside TV, and we are talking about development in Africa. What can we do to re-accelerate development in Africa after colonialism? And my brother Abu has done justice to this topic. We'll bring you the part 2 of this. So try to subscribe and share so that others will also learn from this. We are all learning so that Africa will be great again. See you in our next episode. My brother, thank you for passing.
Thank you very much for your time.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated.